Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You know that here we are all for the truth, right? And, the truth told the way it is should not upset anyone. So, for instance, if, let's say, my father commits a crime and his name is Gigi, someone saying that my father is a criminal should not upset me for noting and stating the obvious. Correct? Correct. So in this case, we have this killing, unfortunate killing in the Catholic school. And as awful as that is, I know who the shooter is. Why? Because Russia Today gives us more information than the American media. Why? Because it's politically incorrect somehow. Remember, when we have, and this is not to bash anyone, I'm just raising this question why certain groups are protected and others are thrown to the wolves or to the dogs. And in this case, it was a shooting, an awful shooting at a Catholic school. And we have a 23-year-old by name of Robin Westman, like Cosman Westman. I have a picture, and unfortunately he killed a few children, and that is awful as it is. I'm not here to blame a community. I'm not here to blame a group, except the media group and the people behind that. It's very interesting that when a certain member of a certain group successfully gets appointed as, let's say, an admiral, or in the US, or the first FBI director being, the first female, or the first, person of color, or the first transgender, and so on. They're very much like to attach that to the success of that person, like we give a fuck. No, we don't, but they do. The problem is when people belong in the same group, it doesn't mean that they are like that or not, commit something awful, like in this case, in Minnesota, they keep their mouth zipped. Why is that? If you tell me, we don't want more oppression or anything like that, spare me, I'm for the truth. Remember, that was my father who committed the crime and you called him a criminal, which is true. So I'm gonna hide it? All right, let me show you. We have a few articles from the Western media and one article from the Russians, the evil Russians. And the Russians, like always, give us more information than the free media in America. So let's start with the first one. Remember, this is not to bash a community, a group, or anything like that. It's just bringing you news, bringing you facts, bringing you the truth that they like. Not. People. Now this is right here from 2:30 p.m. Right now is 5:20 p.m. So it's fair to say 3 hours ago. Minneapolis Catholic School shooter ID'd as 23-year-old Robin Westman. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara said that the suspect is believed to have acted alone. I will give you information. There. This is the picture of this person who posted a YouTube video before he got into the crime, committed the crime, and I will show you what he did in that video. I'm not going to play the video because as of now it's been deleted. But anyway, he doesn't like Trump much. Let me show you. At least need to know. At least 2 children, how awful, were killed and 17 others were injured in a shooting at a Catholic school in Minneapolis. Why a Catholic school? This is a hate crime. Remember? The suspect, identified by police as 23-year-old Robin Westman, died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The FBI is now investigating the attack as the act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime targeting Catholics. Well, I think their definition meets the act right here. The person who shot through the windows of the Catholic Church in Minneapolis as students attended their first mass at the school, Papa, was identified. That's it. 23-year-old Robin Westman. That's all you need to know. But I have more information than that. Remember, this is 3 hours ago. The Russians got the information. I will show you. So we have Westman's mother was an employee of the school. Okay, we don't care about the mom. The child name from Robin, people, Westman, Trakalaka, 14 children, Gashangat, Shangan, Papa. Do you see any Trump here? Do you see any? Have you seen any Trump name in this article? The word Trump in all this article? I tell you, it was nothing. No Trump name here anywhere. Have you seen transgender anywhere? No? Okay, let me show you. This is from Yahoo News right here. This is 53 minutes ago. Minneapolis shooting live updates. 2 children killed, 17 injured after school shooter opened fire during pop. Unfortunate. So let's see. What do we find in this one? Pop. His name is not even mentioned right here. The shooter identified, died of himself. That's it. That's all we need to know. Further, let me see. Let me know if you find any Trump here or any name or any word as transgender. Oh, it's over. Oh, okay. We'll go down. Okay, where is it? I want to see why you will not find this. Because you're going to find it from the Russians. Russia Today. This is from 1850. That is their hour, not my hour, because right now it's not 18. It's not 6:50. So these guys, Russia Today, had this information from 1850. That is about noon, about 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern U.S. This was written at 2:30. 2:23 p.m. So they had this information. The other guys, right here, the update 54 minutes ago, they had the information, and the Russians had the information at least 10 hours ago. 10 hours ago at least. All right, so this is Russia Today, and I'm quoting. Transgender Minnesota shooter had, and I'm quoting, killed Donald Trump on magazine. Did you know that from the 2 articles here? The updates right there? Anduru Paka Paka and the Poko Papi Pupu? No. And I guarantee you, if you go right now on Yahoo or others, you will not find these 2 words as of now. You will find them later. The alleged shooter at the Catholic school in Minneapolis has been identified as Westman, said to have published a manifesto hours before the crime. The gunman who opened fire on the church, so I have everything right here. Let's see what he did. According to the Post, police are now investigating whether a 20-minute YouTube manifesto published hours before the shooting was connected to Westman. The video has been since deleted. Suspected Minneapolis Catholic school shooter ID'd as Robin Westman, a radical leftist. And I'm quoting right there, Donald Trump. No, go back. We don't want this. Right there. Where is your God? Scrolled on his magazine. So this is from the then, right there, from his magazine. According to the video, this was at 1:29 p.m. and August 27. Got it? And this is what it says in the video. A hand slowly turns a page of a red notebook, which is laid out on top what it appears to be a schematic gun diagrams. It also shows multiple weapons, including a semi-automatic rifle and shotgun. Magazine can be seen scrolled with the "For the Children, Donald Trump," and "Rip and Tear." Parts of the supposed manifesto were written in Cyrillic letters. Cyrillic is the Russian, Bulgarian, Ukrainian letters, but I think the Ukrainians, don't they use the Cyrillic as well? But with the English translation. In one of the drawings in the notebook adorned with transgender flags, Westman seems to be drawing himself buying ammunition from the devil. Breaking. I have screwed screenshots and recognition. Pak, pak, pick. Puk, 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 puk. Is he that? Is he a transgender or what is he? I don't know. This is what they say. Now, they can obviously lie. We're going to find out later. We already found out about magazines that you didn't find in the Western media. Now, I don't know. I'm just reporting. My point is this. I know, maybe you guys noted, that when a crime occurs, if the alleged perpetrator or the suspect is this, they will definitely in a day they will publish this. He is a 32 years old man doing this with right-wing inclinations, extremist. There you go. But when someone else with something else appears to be being the Suspect, they don't mention that. Now, you know already that if they don't mention that for about 3 days, you already know who did it. It was not one of this, it was one of this, probably. Why? They did it. So you just have to pay attention. Now, I personally, I am for being told who did it. Maybe if there are videos, I want to see that. If I don't want people to say, no, you can't see that. If I want to see that, I think should be available. Now, if for personal reasons, some people would not like to publish certain things, I understand, but I don't want to be protected. If it's for my own protection, I don't need it. I have condoms, okay? So let alone the protection stuff. I understand confidentiality, and when you have a suspect, you don't disclose certain things. But when you have a suspect, a fugitive, you try to give the description of the fugitive, the person who committed the crime, which is, he is like, I don't know, 200 pounds, 6 foot tall, athletic, bald-headed, whatever category that person falls. He has, I don't know, one eye, one big lip, one small lip, no arm, and so on. You want as much description so people can report that person. That is police. But no, they always avoid mentioning that, even for apprehension. My observation, I would like you to pay attention. Don't believe me? Go and pay attention. So I had a person, I will not obviously mention names or anything like this, who, when Donald Trump was elected, or whatever, elected, as the President of the United States of America, was all concerned that now Donald Trump is going to attack their community. And what are we going to do? Our community is going to be targeted by the MAGA guys. All right. Now, if that is true over there with this suspect being what these guys imply to be, should we be concerned with coming after us? No, my friends. One person does not make the general rule. 2 persons, 3 persons. Ideologies make that rule. And people, like for instance, you have Christianity. Now, if you find something in Christianity where they say something about other people, and people act upon that little thing to take care of, I don't know, the Inquisition is an example, or others, or the blasphemy laws, and I'm not talking about only Christianity, there are other, these kind of things, then we have a problem with the ideology. Interpretation of certain kind of writings are also, there. It's always how people act. I can hold all kind of thoughts in my brain, left or right, up or down. I can express them, my thoughts, my ideology, as long as I don't threaten and I don't incite to violence. I don't promote that kind of things, you know what I mean? But as long as I don't act upon those things and I hurt anybody, screw you and you screw me, you know what I mean? Anyway, so here you have this piece of information. And the media will protect this too, I think, with Trump and with the guy. Now, I don't know, I haven't seen, to be fair, I haven't seen any evidence here that this person is a transgender. It's in the title, but the only thing that you see here is just at the bottom where they say, where is that? Parts of the supposed manifesto were written in Cyrillic letters but with English translation. In one of the drawings in the notebook, adorned with transgender flags. So it must have been a supporter. Now, is there a connection between the transgender and this awful crime? No, it's not. Is there any? Shouldn't be any. What should be? I mean, Catholics should not like that kind of thing, but I don't think they get to that point where you have to, you know what I mean? Well, here you have Westman seems to be drawing himself buying ammunition from the devil. So let me see here. There's some pictures on X. I just want to make sure that content. Show. Let me show the content. Oh, here is the video. Let me stop. That's a part of the video. I'm going to use it. I don't know if I'm allowed to or not. Right there. And here is this. Defend equality. He's definitely a promoter of that. This is Cyrillic. It's in reading right there. So he's fluent in that. So he must be somebody who is familiar in that. Obviously. I mean, look at that. He's writing in that. So this is one video. And there's another video right here. And this is the buying from the devil, whatever these guys are saying. This is crazy. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I don't want to sound, if you know what I mean. I get the sound off. I don't know if this is gonna be. Yeah, I don't like that sound. I can get a sound off. Now this is crazy, obviously, and these guys deleted that. Anyway, here it is, my friends. My point is, people, let's say, commit certain things just because you're a member of a certain group doesn't mean that you are prone to commit those things just because you belong to that group. Now, there's some groups who obviously promote certain crimes or hurting other people. We're not talking about those, which I don't think is the case right here. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.